Hey everybody, Logan here. Today, back with another controller from EasySMX. Now, some of the ones I've covered before have been their entry level or mid-range. Now, this is their biggest, baddest controller to date. It's called the X20. This is a multi-platform controller with Hall effect sticks, 1000 hertz polling rate, and mechanical buttons. They're throwing their hat in the ring with the high-end pro controllers, if you will, but at a more reasonable price. How about we open it, then I'll show you a couple more of the details on this controller. Might just blow your mind, especially for the price. I know mine was. Alrighty, here we go, the EasySMX X20 multi-platform wireless controller. Now, like I said, there are a couple very interesting features here. After we do a box opening, I'm going to go through the website and show you everything that it lists that isn't clearly listed on here because not everything's in English. So I want to go over a bit more with the functionality of this controller. Basically, we're gonna talk about the basics right now. Like I said, mechanical buttons, Hall effect sticks, motion controls, 1000 hertz polling rate. A lot of people are very interested in that. One other thing, it does have the RGB lighting. RGB. I always do that. I wonder why. And adjustable thumbsticks. I find that rather interesting. So if you look at the box, there's really not much here that I can read. You've got some of it, adjustable Hall sticks, stylish RGB zone, 7 modes, mechanical buttons, adjustable vibration, mode switch, toggle, switch between platform. Okay, so you're going to have the buttons in the back that allow you to switch between formats depending on what you're using, whether it's Switch, PC, iOS, or Android. You also have the programmable buttons on the back. Again, Hall effect triggers, trigger locks, and 4 programmable buttons on the back. Again, gamer's choice. So a lot of people like EasySMX for the value. What you get for your dollar is fantastic. There are a number of other companies that offer a lot of the same features because they're becoming pretty standard, but not at this price point. This one, like I said, is their highest end one, and it's at $59.99. Think about it. Your highest end controller is still less than the entry level to PlayStation's DualSense, or even majority of Xbox Series XS controllers. So yeah, I think you get a lot more features. Alright, now here we go. After that's all said and done, I will say the controller's a little lighter than I expected, but it has a nice ergonomical shape. You've got, I'm not sure if that's a rubber grip, it feels like it. It's definitely a different texture than the rest of the plastic. On the back you have textured all through here, so if you like the textured grips, you have that. You have the sticks that are definitely adjustable. Interesting. All the face buttons are mechanical. D-pad is mechanical. Shoulder buttons are mechanical. Triggers are Hall effect, and like I said, the sticks are Hall effect. You've got your lights down there so you know what it's assigned to when you're playing on the Switch. Now, right here you can see USB, Bluetooth, and Nintendo Switch. So depending on the platform you're playing on, you switch it there. 4 programmable buttons. Ooh, that's mechanical. That's Hall effect. Like, that's kind of interesting. So they're mechanical Hall effect triggers. That is nice. So there you go. Again, much lighter than I expected, but it's a solid feeling control. You got your home button, you got your back button, your menu buttons, and your capture as well. So now, one thing is you do have to notice that most of the time companies like this, especially EasySMX, if it's not specifically for the Switch, it'll have your PC or Xbox style layout with A, B, X, and Y. So if you're not a fan of that, they do have other options. You can also check out those. But most people, now the fact that it's just completely black and kind of hard to see, but you can still see the letters, it's not going to be as bad using it on the Switch. And especially since you have motion controls, people will like that. The only thing is, these triggers aren't really going to be that important on the Switch because they don't use analog triggers on the Switch, so but you do have your Type C. I really like this. So with that being said, you know what we have to do? Test it. Always test it. But first, let's go over the specifics on the website. Here we go, we're on the EasySMX website. As you can see, this was the controller that I just unboxed. That is the EasySMX X20 multi-platform gaming controller with trigger and Hall effect sensors. $59.99, you can purchase it there. We're going to take a look at a couple of the features as listed on their website. Hall effect trigger with two-way lock, linear and micro switch, full Mecha tactile buttons, mechanical buttons. So you got the micro switches on the R bumper and L bumper, the D-pad, and the face buttons. Vibrant RGB lighting, 3 light modes with 3 different RGB light modes and various color combinations. X20 is able to shine your gaming space. Motion control support, there you go. X20 supports gyroscopic movement in Switch, PC, and mobile devices. Capture your every move accurately. So for people who do decide to use this on the Switch, and if you're playing, well, Splatoon or any other games like Zelda that you want to use it on, there you go. Now, here are the other options that they have going from the X20, X10, X15, X05. They sent me most recently the X05, which is their entry level, which works on PC, Switch, Android, iOS, and PS3. Now, I did not see PS3 on the box. That is rather interesting. But yes, you can use it there. But this is the X20, as you can see, is their highest in the model line currently, sitting at $59.99, but with the most functionality and compatibility. So that is pretty cool. You can always download their apps to fully customize everything that you want to do as well. So, and they also ship, as you can see. You can also buy them on Amazon if you want there, and 1000 hertz polling rate. And yeah, I don't know why they didn't put the 1000 hertz down here. I think that's a very important thing. But yes, if you click on that, we can see that 1000 hertz, 3 millisecond, ultra low latency, 1000 hertz in wired mode. So remember that you have to plug it in order to get the 1000 hertz. So that's what we're going to be doing when we test it. We are going to be plugging it in via USB so I get that full 1000 hertz. All right, you know what we have to do now? Boot up the game, test it out. All right, as you can see, I have it connected via the wire, but if you want, yes, you can use the USB dongle, which works just fine. Now, if you have Steam on your computer, you can hit the home button. It will launch Steam. But as you can see, everything looks beautiful. When it lights up, you can see the A, B, X, and Y. The metal piece, that plasticky, I think that's plastic. Yeah, it's a high gloss plastic. It is very reflective. You can see the light reflected in it. Everything else, pretty much a solid controller. Once it's connected, it works just fine. Like I test every one of my controllers with my favorite shooter, Exo Primal. Very snappy, very, very smooth. Oof. Super responsive. Very comfortable in the hand, I will say that. Super, super responsive. The buttons in the back do not come pre-mapped, so you are going to have to map those. You can map them however you would like. But yeah, some controllers come pre-mapped, some don't. I do like how the lights are on the inside instead of just a ring, so it kind of lights up the entire stick. I think that is very interesting. So I do like this controller. I have been very impressed with EasySMX controllers before. For the price, they've been very good quality. And this is no exception. Yeah, everything is very responsive. Really do like this controller. No input lag or delay. I think this is a fantastic controller. So if you're looking at buying a new controller for your PC, that will also work on your Switch as well. And you want something that has 1000 Hertz, but remember the 1000 Hertz is only available on PC when you're using wired connectivity. Has home button support for Steam as well as Switch, and mechanical face buttons and Hall effect triggers, as well as mechanical bumper buttons. Programmable buttons on the back. Trigger locks, let's try those out. Oh, that's fast. That is fast. I'm actually not used to it being so fast on this game. But there you go. You can pop them again. There you go. And then you have everything from your USB, Bluetooth, and Switch. So for the USB, when you have your controller plugged in, make sure it's set to USB. But otherwise, I think this is a very nice controller. The lights are non-obtrusive in my opinion. When you're using it, it's not going to make your eye go to it while you're playing. There are some controllers out there where the lights are just overwhelming. This is not. So with that being said, if you have any questions about this controller, I think this is an awesome offering from EasySMX, especially now that they're throwing their hats into the super ultra mega pro feature kind of things where 1000 Hertz, Hall effects, and mechanical buttons. I think this is a great option. And it's a nice looking controller too. The only thing I have to say, it's a little lighter than I expected, but it's not one of those that's you feel so light you're actually going to break it. No, it actually feels very good in the hand. Very quality style controller. And I'm surprised that something at this low of a cost that has all those features is this good. But it's EasySMX, and I've enjoyed the last number of controllers they've sent me, and I think they're very solid offerings. So with that being said, thank you EasySMX for letting me test this. Another thumbs up from me. Thank you guys so much. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Drop it in the comment section below. Again, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video. Questions, comments, concerns, I'll be glad to help you with anything. God bless you all. And like we always say, be legendary. Thanks again.